Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome to another video of mine featuring my voice. And today, I'm doing a pretty special video for you all. It has been a long time since I've uploaded anything, I know. And I'll tell you why. It's not because I've been busy, although that is a pretty common excuse. The real reason is because we haven't had that many new episodes lately. It has just been getting harder and harder to find new episodes since I came across all those Everywhere episodes back in December. And at the time of this recording, we have 123 episodes sourced and recovered, and 27 left to find. So there's just a quick example of how hard it's been lately. And every time I would find a blank tape, or maybe somebody that has Teletubbies episodes on a blank tape, most of the time it's just seasons 1 through 2, which we've completed. So there's also another example. But speaking of Teletubbies Everywhere episodes, that is the theme of today's video. Today I am doing a tier rank of every Teletubbies Everywhere episode. There were a total of 52 Everywhere episodes that released in the UK, and I believe only 5 or 6 of them did not make it to the US, but don't quote me on that. But today, it's just a pretty simple video. I'm going to be ranking every single one of these episodes, and I'll be judging them based off of the UK and US versions. So that means I possibly recall seeing them in the specials, I possibly recall seeing them on TV, all of that good stuff. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here we go. First one of the video. Autumn Leaves Chile. Now this one has pretty much the latter half of the episode is just a jumping theme, because you've got a jumping TV event, then you got the jumping dance, and you know what, for that reason I'm going to give it an A. Drum Dance Taiwan. Hello Kitty fan uploaded this one and Mechanical Toy, which you'll see later on in the video, but her recordings play back in mono because her VCR is not hi-fi. It's not a hi-fi stereo VCR. But you know, for what it is, you know, it's good enough. But the episode itself, I think, is a pretty good one. I'll give it an A. Like, this is another one that just has a theme to it. Like, the Everywhere episode, it's drum dance, and then there's a TV event where they do a drum dance in South Africa. It's pretty neat. Kites. I like the soundtrack in the TV event for this episode. I'm going to give it an A+. Drumming Taiwan. This one is one of 2 episodes featured on that really, really rare promotional tape. I do not have it, but my friend does. And he recorded these episodes, and I uploaded them in higher quality. And I'll give it an A. Oh god, I swear I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation of this. Eru Fiddle? Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. Eru Fiddle. You know what, because I feel like I butcher the pronunciation on this, I'm gonna give it a C. Balloon Umbrella. I found this one and 4 others back in 2022. Mustafa's Movie Corner did do his own edit, and he included the intro. And I'm gonna give this one... I'm gonna give it an A+, actually, because you know what? Balloon Umbrella it refers to like one of those colorful parachutes. Like, you probably remember seeing those in your, preschool, kindergarten, or maybe even elementary days. I sure do. So yeah, this deserves an A+. Milking the Cow. Now, I love this thumbnail. It's pretty cool. Dipsy discovers the color black and white, which is pretty unique. I'm going to give that an A. Feeding Lambs Whales from Again Again. I watched Again Again way too many times to count as a kid. I had the Time for Teletubbies box set when I was young. I got it for Christmas one year. And you know, we found the US version of it, but this one, actually, I'm going to give it an A. I'm going to be reasonable with it. Sometimes the home video specials, after watching them for so long, they rub off on you. But I'm just going to stick with that. Snails. This one I don't remember seeing much of. I'm going to give it a C. Flower Planting Chile. This one is actually my favorite Everywhere episode for one reason only, because of the segment where Tinky Winky discovers the color silver. The music that they used in that segment is really, really neat. I like it. I'm going to give it an A+. This one, football, aka soccer, which takes place in Argentina. I have not really seen, well, it exists, but I don't really watch this one much. C. I'm not biased on these decisions, just so you know. Some of these episodes I just really haven't watched much. Like this one, for example, Getting Dressed. I'm also gonna give it a C. Go-Karts Morocco. Now, I only like Altogether Teletubbies in general, the special, because of the segment where Tinky Winky slips in the tubby custard. I found that one to be pretty funny. And actually, I do remember seeing that particular segment as a kid, because I think I owned Altogether Teletubbies at one point as a kid. I can't remember, but I do remember seeing it. And for that reason, I'm gonna give Go-Karts a B. Rolling Korea. This one is UK only. So some of these episodes are only exclusive to the UK. They did not get a US dub. And I'm gonna give that one a D, not because I hate it, just because it wasn't a US dub. I feel like that's biased, but don't judge me. Idlis. Okay, we're getting to some good episodes here. These are ones that I do really enjoy. So this one, I came across it in December this past year, along with a bunch of others. And as most of you know, this was on that bonus promotional DVD from 2006. And I'm going to give it an A because we knew this one existed for the longest time. We were just waiting and waiting and waiting for it to finally appear. And we got it. Kind of the same for this one here, too. Indian Dance. I am also going to give this one an A+. This one, we found this one kind of out of the blue. I had been trying to search for Idlis for the longest time, and then when I came across that, there was a bunch of other ones, and this one was included too. Yes, here we go. Canal Trip. So, this one. Me and my friends meme around with this one constantly, all the time. And for that reason, Canal Trip is getting the first S tier of the video. Lanterns. I can't remember which special this one is from, if it even was on a special. I have watched this one, and I'm gonna give it a B. Ice Skating Finland. So this one, I did not upload it. A different user has it up on his channel. But I came across it in May last year, and it's a pretty good episode. It's up in 60 frames, which is nice, and it has the magic tree, which is my favorite magical event, and I'm going to give it an A+. Fetching Water Morocco. This one I found in 2022 around Christmas time. I like this one too. I'm going to give it an A. Okay, Lion Dance. So we know this one exists, but we don't have the US version yet. I'm gonna give it a C. Oh my god, dude. Dung beetles. You know what? F you. F. No words. I hate this one. The TV event grosses me the hell out. F that. F. Belpuri, India. Now this one, I mistaken it for being Idlis when I was younger. And this one is UK exclusive, and because I thought it was Idlis, obviously I know it now that it's not, I'm going to give it a D. Marble Track Germany from Blue Sky. Blue Sky, I like the special. I like the episodes that they used. All in all, I'm going to rate this one an A+. Ballet. Okay, this one I could have sworn they used the TV event from Silly Songs and Funny Dances, but maybe I'm wrong. But I could have sworn they just took that from that special and just used it as an episode. And I'm gonna give this one a D as well, because it's funny. We had a joke, a running joke, when I first met my friends. I was like, 12? And we came up with this really, really old joke that just, it's not even that funny anymore. And I'm just gonna give this a D, just because that joke completely got old. Feeding chickens Portugal. This one cracks me up only because of the kid in the US version that says, "These children are from Portugal." It cracks me up. Because of that, I'm giving it an A+. Numbers 4, India. I'm gonna give it a B. Flower Festival, Spain. My goodness. You guys have been running up the views like crazy on my upload of it. It currently stands at over 145,000 views, which is crazy to think of. And what's kind of funny about this is that's the very first episode that I ever came across on my own. And for that reason, Flower Festival is going to get an A+. Collecting Garnets, which is from Look. The special itself, it grew on me, then it rubbed off, grew on me, rubbed off. I watched it over and over again as a kid. And I'm gonna give this one a B. Peacock's Korea. Okay, so I have a really funny backstory, which is actually pretty interesting regarding this episode, now that I think about it. So in 2020, I came across the blank tape that, as I showed off in my collection video, I mentioned it has Peacock's Korea, which is what I recorded off of to upload that episode in higher quality. What's funny though is I came across it originally in February and I was just getting ready to buy it. I had scraped together just enough money. I was getting ready to purchase it, and then my friend, he asked me, can you buy me an Xbox gift card? He wanted to renew his membership or something for Xbox. I don't know what it was. And so I did that for him, and then moments later that tape sold from right underneath me. I was super pissed. Flash forward 4 months later to June, and I was asking this one user on eBay, hey, do you have any blank Teletubbies tapes? He was selling like a Cartoon Network tape at the time, and it turns out he bought the Peacock's Korea tape, and I guess he wanted it for collection's sake, but he didn't want it anymore, so he's like, yeah, I can sell it to you, and I bought it for $25 back then. Crazy. And for that reason, Peacock's Korea is getting the second S tier of the video. This backstory is now just a core memory in my life. It's pretty cool. Numbers 1, India. This one is mostly complete. It cuts out during the land segment for like a minute or two, and then it fades back in, and I'm just gonna give it a B. Balancing Pots. Alright, this one I haven't really watched a lot. I'm just gonna give this one a C. Numbers 2, India. You know what? I was gonna rank this one higher, but Tinky Winky's Loud Song annoys me. Like, if you try to watch that segment all the way through, it starts to get really annoying. I'm gonna give it a C. Mechanical Toy, South Africa. This one's got a pretty good theme going all across it. The TV event from the Ever episode and then the TV event afterwards both have a connecting theme regarding mechanical toys. I will say that mechanical toy that they made in the Everywhere TV event creeps me the hell out. D. Here we go. Numbers 3, India. The second episode from the Rare promotional tape. This one's pretty unique because it has a really rare transition when it cuts to the magical event. And people were going crazy over it. And for that reason, I'm going to give it a B. Numbers 5, India, I believe is only UK exclusive. I'm going to give this one a C. Dog Training. Okay, I remember first seeing this episode when it first surfaced onto YouTube in 2016. And for that reason, I'm going to give Dog Training a B. Okay, this one is also UK exclusive. Picking Maze. I'm going to give it a D. Sand Bottle. Alright, this one guy always keeps asking me if I have Sand Bottle, and I'm getting really sick and tired of that, and because of that I'm giving Sand Bottle an F. Here we go. You know what? No words needed. S tier for Bubbles, Korea. No words needed. The soundtrack for the TV event is absolutely amazing. Shout out to you, Yamite, for making the instrumental S tier for Bubbles Korea. Dancing Sevillanas. I found this one on Archive, and my upload of it is just not the best. It's got all this aerial static, and it's not the greatest quality. And the episode itself is pretty boring anyway, so I'm gonna give it a C. Picking Mandarins, Spain. Somebody told me that this one was partially found. I'm gonna give it a C. It's from a special, I forget which one though. Rolling Wheels, India. Quick editor's note, I mistaken Sand Bottle as Rolling Wheels. I had to refilm this whole video because of that. But Rolling Wheels is getting an S tier, you know why? Because it's another meme between me and my friends, an inside joke. Classic. Dune Sledding, another partially found episode. We know it exists. I'm gonna give it a C as well. Sandwich India. I don't know what kind of sandwiches those kids were making, but they look nasty. Even Subway could make better sandwiches than that, so for that reason I'm giving this one a D. Carousel France. Here's what's cool about this one. ND1998, who does most of the rendering for the episodes that I have on my channel, uploaded this one way back in 2015, and the original video that he used, the audio was in such terrible quality that he had to use DVD specials to capture the audio, and he replaced it and synced it all back together to make it a full episode, and he did such a great job that I'm going to give this one an A+. Shaking and Beating Taiwan. We've been looking for this one too, I think, for quite a while, and I'm going to give it a B. Sign Painting. I found this one in July of 2023, and it was taped off of a station in Seattle. What's funny is I went to Seattle later that year, so pretty funny story, because it kind of foreshadowed what I was doing later with my life. I'm going to give it an A. I like that episode. I like the Everywhere segments too. This is another UK exclusive, Walking in the Snow, and I'm giving it a D. Wall Painting. I don't recall this being on any of the specials in the US, and so with that I'm going to give it a C. We have two more left. Washing Clothes, South Africa. This one has been uploaded, but the video and audio quality is not the best, but I do like the Everywhere segments that they used in this one, and so I'm going to give it a B. Last but certainly not least, Hand Shapes Fish. This one and Washing Clothes are both on the Naughty Nunu VHS and DVD here in the US, and what's funny is on the promotional tape for that, it uses the end credits from Hand Shapes Fish, which is pretty interesting. And I'm going to give this one an A to finish off the tier list. I think this looks pretty good. What do you guys think? I feel like I made some good choices. I have more of these video ideas planned for the future as well. And thanks for watching this video. Hopefully we'll find a bunch more of these episodes along the way. And with that said, thanks for watching and take care.